The rainy season has delayed, but Beatrice Mwangi's farm in Gilgil, a town 2 hours from Kenya's capital city, is thriving. The secret, she says, lies in part in the community seed bank tucked away in her farm. For 6 years, Beatrice and other local farmers have been saving and exchanging resilient seeds to plant in their farms. It was their solution to the rising cost of farm inputs.
The rainy season would begin, but before we could find the money to buy seeds to plant, the rains would be over. And without crops, we would worry about how we were going to face hunger.
That's when the Seed Savers Network Kenya came in. The organization's office in Gilgil houses a more developed version of the community seed bank. Behind the sealed containers, they say, is a mission to encourage agricultural biodiversity.
So we did a survey in the community and we found communities are losing local foods at very alarming rates. They used to eat certain foods their grandmother used to make or their mother, but right now they can't trace them.
So they reached out to farmers across Kenya. Over 400,000 farmers in groups across the country have been trained to put aside a portion of their best seeds after harvest for testing and storage. When the planting season begins, they return to ask for their desired varieties. The seeds stored here are unique varieties that might have otherwise been lost. Now preserved, they represent community efforts to ensure preservation of biodiversity and food security for future generations.
We give farmers our seeds and they plant them. When they harvest, they come back to return some seeds to us. So we are doing something called multiplication. And this helps to increase the number of seeds that are about to be lost.
It has also boosted nutrition. Scientists say indigenous seeds are more resilient against pests, diseases and extreme weather conditions. Kenyan laws, however, prohibit the sale of indigenous seeds. But experts encourage the practice of seed sharing, saying it puts the power back in the hands of the public.
Are we food sovereign? Are we dependent on external people for having our food security? So that means statistically right now, we are importing a lot of our seeds, which means we are not sovereign.
The Gilgil Seed Bank can store seeds for up to 30 years. On the eve of International Women's Day, the farmers of Belacom Group gathered in Gilgil town, sharing lessons with the public. They sought to share their produce and knowledge to help their community prepare for the rainy days that hover just over the horizon. Wilkis Anyabwa, CGTN, Gilgil, Kenya.